Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today, and my name is Yuanrui Zhou from the College of Instrumentation of the College of Instrumentation and Electrical Engineering in Jilin University. And I'm going to introduce some recent advancement in application of unshielded atomic magnetometers in Earth exploration. The first is the introduction. In the field of geological exploration, transient electromagnetic surveying is a key method for identifying the surface anomalies. Typically, the ground source, ground-based or airborne transmits generate excitation signals, and when these signals encountered when these signals encounter an anomalous body, such as a mineral deposit, distinctive magnetic response is produced. And this technique is considered one of the essential tools to for discovering new metal or deposits. This requires a vector magnetic field sensor with a noise spectral density below 100 MTesla per rotorhertz. Additionally, the sensor should be portable to meet the demands of the UAV-based measurement in complex trains. So the second is Magnetometry. We have two key factors limiting the sensitivity. The first one is about the modulation frequency on signal coupling. When the modulation frequency is low, the system bandwidth is limited, preventing the compensation of the high frequency background field fluctuations. However, increasing the modulation frequency would lead to the deviation from the steady-state solution, resulting in complex nonlinear output behavior. Additionally, signal coupling between different axes became significant, making demodulation difficult. The other key factors is unshielded SERF atomic field. The composition system requires a signal-to-noise ratio around 119 decibel to ensure that the major signal is not overwhelmed by the noise from the composition field itself. As you can see, the low frequency range of the magnetic field composition and has the high residual magnetic field noise and the high frequency range of the magnetic field composition can have the low residual magnetic field noise. So to further achieve unshielded automatic magnetic field measurement, we considered a study on QZFM version 2, and we hypothesized that it employs a span dressing technique using a rotating field. Establishing a rotating reference frame that follows the modulating field, we derived the block equation in the rotating frame and obtained the theoretical analytical solution. Explained the Q-spin's frequency response and the coupling effects between axes. During the exercise, we discovered that the Q-spin exhibits the poor oscillatory and frequency response. For this response, our theory suggests introducing phase shift phi during demodulation, which can effectively eliminate coupling in DC component. Okay. The left figure shows the simulated output frequency response of the Q-spin's y-axis magnetic field. It is evident that the z-axis output also significantly responds to the y-axis magnetic field, resulting in phase shift due to international demodulation delays, leading to strong vector output coupling, which is unsuitable for the fast feedback. The right figure shows that the original analog signal output from the photodetector extracted from the Q-spin probe. By constructing an external demodulation setup and introducing phase phi, the output response was improved and showing much reduced cross axis and significantly enhanced phase frequency response. Based on this, further research was conducted to explore the mechanism behind this coupling phenomenon across the entire frequency domain. Okay, so the system transfer function was derived and revealing that the coupling between Q-spin's draw axis vector outputs can be modeled as a linear coupled draw input, draw output system. Based on this model, we simulated and optimized the feedback algorithm. On the right is our custom feedback controller, integrating 3-channel demodulated signal acquisition and 3-channel draw state current source, and digital feedback controller-based sync. The bottom right shows the suppression effect of environmental magnetic field fluctuation using 2 cross-placed Q-spin sensors covering 4 channels. At 50 Hz, the suppression ratio reaches 50 to 60 decibel, significantly enhancing the system adaptability with the feedback cancellation approach. The third is the design and implementation. So to meet the requirement of UnShielded SERF magnetometers for compensation coil drivers with large dynamic range, low noise, faster response, and bipolar output abilities, we employed a 2-stage current source design. A low noise small current source is connected in panel with high current source, compensating for fluctuations in the large source. The configuration allows us to achieve both low noise and high current while enabling rapid response within the range of the small current source. We intended to directly measure the voltage noise across the standard load, but design an ultra-low noise differential amplifier for this purpose proved to be extremely challenging, with no commercially available product meeting our requirement. Instead, we used the custom-built SERF magnetometer within shielding chamber to measure the magnetic noise, allowing us to estimate the current noise levels at 20 femtosecond per hertz. And additionally, we tested the system resolution and found its dynamic range span 9 orders of magnitude. And the minimum pulse generated by the current source at 150 milliampere output. And then we proposed a process called ignition to enable the self-autonomic magnetometer to operate efficiently in the process of the Earth's magnetic field, similar to lighting a candle with a match and then removing it. This process initially uses auxiliary magnetic sensors to reduce the magnetic field near the SERF magnetometer probe to below 10 nanotesla or more. Okay. Once it's achieved, the system transition to using the SERF magnetometer's own feedback matching, allowing it to maintain operation or summatory without external assistance. We believe that this approach can reduce the reliance on auxiliary sensors and minimize the risk of the introducing interface from the system itself. We designed an UnShielded SERF magnetometer probe prototype using two QZFM sensors and Mag0 3 fluctuate sensor, ensuring their sensitivity center were positioned as closely as possible. Additionally, we developed and built a three-axis feedback coil with a magnetic field joint currently better than 0.01% at the center. Also, we designed an UnShielded SERF controller consists of several key components. First is the ultra-high dynamic range source. Now drivers the feedback coils to ensure process magnetic field compensation with low noise and wide dynamic range. And the low noise, low latency hard real-time data acquisition system collects the signals from the SERF probe, ensuring high fidelity and minimal delay. And the last is fast feedback controller for decoupling the vector magnetic field signals. Process the collected signals to provide the rapid and acquire feedback control, allowing effective decoupling of the vector components. These components work together and to enable effective UnShielded SERF magnetometry. And optimizing performance even in non-laboratory settings. Okay. And the last is the result and discussion. We conducted the system testing in a root area with minimal human-made interface. The left side shows the photograph of the step, while the right side provides overall schematic diagram. We analyzed the sensor data. The yellow line shows data recorded by the QSPIN, and the red line shows data from the current source output. Surviving as an equipment magnetic field measurement, and the blue line corresponds to the background magnetic field data measured by a Mag0 3 sensor for compensation. Okay, and the image clearly revealed the Schumann resonance at character frequencies. Additionally, significant interference from the sensor crosstalk and power line and noise at 50 Hz can also be observed. So in conclusion, we analyzed the current challenges of UnShielded SERF magnetometers and proposed the implementation plan based on a single beam single beam SERF magnetometer. The key point as follows: first, we developed a transfer function model for single beam SERF systems, design and implement an ultra high dynamic range and low noise current source. And the last is integrated a fast demodulation and feedback control system. The final results demonstrate that UnShielded SERF magnetometry can be achieved in field condition and with satisfied performance. Moving forward, we plan to conduct the further analysis by using a ground-based signal emitter as fixed frequencies and applying the UnShielded SERF device as a receiver for subsurface exploration. Thank you so much. Thank you.